Hi guys, welcome to the Movie Club UK. This is season 2, episode 2, and I'm back here with Ash and Fahiz.
Hi guys.
How are you doing, guys?
Oh, why? First video of 2024.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't even realize it was actually our first one.
We're very far into 2020, into January.
Yeah, and we're doing it now, but we're back and we're ready. It wasn't too long. The last thing we reviewed was Wonka. So if you guys haven't seen that, make sure you look at Wonka. And I also did a solo review of Avatar and the Lost Kingdom. Is Avatar?
Aquaman.
What am I talking about,
Avatar,
guys?
God
Aquaman
damn.
and the Lost Kingdom. Make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, everyone good?
Yeah, not too bad. You know,
Yeah.
I've been enjoying January so far. You know, I've been going gym, like I've been saying all week. I've been going gym, having my 4 liters of water, doing intermittent fasting as well.
Yeah.
16-hour window of not eating, 8-hour window to eat. So it's been good going gym 4 times a week.
To be honest, this fitness thing is something that I need to get on. I'm not doing too great in that department at the moment. Maybe this is the year. Do you know what? I just don't like starting things on January the 1st. You know them ones where people start things and then after. I feel like if you're really serious about the change you want to make, you start just before the new year, or you start maybe just after. But when you say from January the 1st, this isn't that. You're setting yourself up for.
I always give myself on February the 1st.
February the 1st.
I give January as a proper, like, just get your life together.
That's all right. That's
Yeah,
all right.
that's
You
calm.
know, how some people do like dry January and stuff like that, you know. So
I was not, no.
I don't even drink, so yeah, I have no opinion on that. But you guys can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Those are the main ones, isn't it? Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Yeah, that's literally
TikTok,
what it is
just
at
those
the
three,
Movie
bro.
Club UK. Also subscribe to the channel. We are at 170 subscribers at the moment.
Woo!
Only 30 away from 200. So yeah, share this video as much as you can with friends, family, anyone who's interested in movies. Yeah, this year hopefully we can reach 1,000. That's our goal. So road to 200.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah. Ash, what do you have for us today in terms of an Ash breaker?
Okay, so this week's movie is Saltburn, which was set in 2006. You guys aware of that, yeah?
Yeah.
I picked that up when I was doing some research, to be fair. I
You didn't see it in the film.
in the start. I should have
In the
seen it at the
start,
start,
yeah, it was at the top.
2006. I don't know what I was doing, but
Scout was in another world. man.
yeah, but I picked it up when I was doing some research. Yes, 2006.
Okay, so 2006, I essentially collected a bunch of different major life events from in the last 2 decades, pretty much. And all you need to tell me is if it was 2006 or not.
Okay.
Okay, that's calm.
What are we versing each other like
You're
normal?
you're versing each other.
Oh, okay, this is normal. Calm. Easy
I want to
work.
say extra points up for grabs if you can tell me which year it was, if it wasn't
I
2006.
think that's
but
Aussie's gonna need that still.
Me, I'm gonna need
You're gonna
that.
need an extra
For some
point
reason,
still.
I'm a bit nervous, but I'll win, guys. Come on, you know me.
for
Come
his
on, man.
trying not to cheat.
We have this
I'm
issue
not-
I
every
will
time.
be
We
the
have this issue
allegations. I will
every
be
time.
the allegations.
And he still loses.
Me not cheats.
Okay. All right. Okay. So one of the most iconic moments of the noughties was Britney Spears shaving her head. Was that 2006 or not?
No, it was not 2006.
I'm gonna go with no.
Actually, one by one. Sorry.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's whose question was that? His.
Let's say it was for
Okay,
his.
go on.
Okay, cool. Okay. I say
Okay,
no.
yeah. It was not 2006. Well done. It was 2007.
I knew it was the year. It had to be. I thought it was 09
I
for
did
some reason.
say extra
So why?
points
So
up
why
for
didn't you let
grabs.
him?
It's all right. You
Just ask
can't
him.
get extra point for this one.
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
the next
that's
one you
fine.
can get.
But you should have asked him. Do you have the year?
Guys, we might not do extra points because I can't. You guys know I can't keep score already.
All
You
right,
guys know
fine.
this already.
No worries.
Okay. So the next one is for Medea. It's the launch of X, formerly known as Twitter. Was that 2006 or not?
No.
That was 2006, unfortunately.
I looking for was 2008.
Guys,
I thought it was
guys,
2011 or something. Like that.
What?
No,
Yeah.
really?
Brother, you was in year 8 in 2011, bro.
I didn't know about Twitter then. I jumped on Twitter 2014 or something
Okay.
like that.
Cast your minds back. I was probably 7 or 8 in 2006. I was going to primary school.
Yeah.
Things were good.
8, yeah.
Things were good. We weren't in a recession. Things were great.
I didn't know about recession.
Speaking of recession,
Credit crunch. That's what
I was enjoying the free life, man.
in the noughties, the world was plunged into a financial crisis due to the Lehman Brothers going bust. Was that 2006 or not?
This is a question for me.
It's his question. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna. No, it was 2000 wasn't it 2008? That one.
What the what? Sorry.
The financial crisis.
Oh.
Financial crisis. That was like 2008, right?
Here you go, right.
So it wasn't 2006. No.
Well done.
It must have 2006.
Well
yeah,
done.
it wasn't 2006.
Well done. That was 2000 and.
Come on, I can never forget that. That was a deadly day, man. I remember watching the news. Everyone was panicking.
Okay, next one for Midya.
So I'm 2-0 down.
Come on, man. I done told you already. He needs them extra points.
Damn.
The song Friday by Rebecca Black was released. Was that in 2006 or not?
Can you sing it for me, please?
Extra points for singing.
What for me? No. I can't.
You don't remember that song? Do you remember that song?
Yeah. Is that can I get your point advice?
Yeah. Guys, I forgot.
It's Friday. Is it gotta get down on?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
I feel like I know the song,
No, you don't know
but
the song,
that's
bro.
all I know,
You
bro.
know the song. So I want that.
I was going. It's Friday, and that was it. That's all I got. I didn't.
You
get
had the
that
tune in your head, though, innit?
Yeah.
I think we should learn.
Where was you in
Or you're asking me if that's 2008?
2006 or not?
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Oh no, not 2006.
Do you have any idea what year it was?
It's not going to give me extra points, so it doesn't matter.
I couldn't even tell you what year it was.
2009.
Wrong. It was 2011.
Oh, 11. Okay.
Right.
But I still got the point, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
That's
Yeah,
a fugazi
You
point,
did
though.
get a point.
No, it's not, because I said no, it's definitely not
But
2006.
look how long it took. Okay, cool. Allow it.
Oh, guys,
Thank
it's
you.
very
Back in
hard.
the game.
Sip your drink, man.
Being a quiz master is really, really hard. Okay.
Get Cairo back on.
So
Should you know?
okay, comparing me to my brother, that's evil. That's real nasty. Okay. This was the year that, how am I asking this? Pluto was declassified as a planet and was reclassified as a dwarf planet. Was that 2006 or not?
It therefore wasn't 2006. No way it's 2006. If it's 2006, I don't know, man, but it's not 2006. Definitely not.
It was 2006.
Okay, I was wrong and proud.
I
Wrong and strong,
thought she was
you know.
going to say it's not a planet at all, but then she said dwarf planet. Okay, so
Right, so is that 1-1?
No, it's 2-1. Come on,
Yeah.
2-1 to him.
2-1 to me.
2-1 to Fizz.
I mean, it should be 2-0, but you know.
Right, sorry guys. Okay, the next one is the death of Michael Jackson. Was that 2006 or not? King of Pop.
The king of pop. That was definitely not 2006.
Yeah.
I think he died in 2009, if I'm correct.
Well done. It was 2009. Cool.
Billie Jean,
So that's 2-2.
my love.
That was such a crazy time.
Yeah, extra points were not up for singing in this
Oh,
round.
was
so
it not? Oh,
yeah,
my bad.
in fact, you might lose a point. Right. Number 7 for his. So it was the EastEnders Christmas where Max and Stacey's affair was revealed.
Asking me about
I'm so glad
EastEnders,
Midge didn't get this one.
I don't even watch EastEnders. Well, let's go. I'm gonna give a logical guess.
2006 or not?
Can you repeat it again for me?
The EastEnders Christmas special where Max and Stacey's affair was revealed.
You know what it is? The one thing I remember from that was that I remember him and Stacey. I think when Stacey was leaving, it's like, don't leave, Stacey. I love you, Stace. I love you, Stace.
I don't think it was that one.
It wasn't that one.
No. Maybe that was the episode
But she was
after.
leaving with the kids and that.
Why are you helping him?
Huh?
Why are you helping him?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell him what year this happened.
Was it 2006 or not?
Nah, this wasn't 06.
It was 06.
It was 2007.
See,
so.
7. Oh, damn it.
Well
I
done.
don't even watch EastEnders. Come on.
I thought
Well
it was
done.
06.
Is that 3-3?
It's 3-1, isn't it?
3-1. I've got 2 right.
2 where?
Yeah, I got the Michael Jackson one.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got
yeah.
the one before that as
Fugazi-
well.
That
Okay.
Fugazi point.
So that's 3-2.
That's 3-2. Guys, I'm trying with the
How many
point
do we
scoring.
got left?
A few. I'll rush for you. A few. So the next one is the first time Chelsea won the league. Was that 2006 or not?
Well, I know my football history. No, it was 2004 to 5. Thank you very much.
It was 2005.
That's crazy. How can you ask the guy
Well
who
done.
support Chelsea? No, the
So another football question.
Okay.
The famous Zinedine Zidane headbutt. Was that 2006 or not?
That was 2006.
So easy.
That was
Well
2006.
done.
World Cup, innit?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know that, you don't know ball, man. I'll be
Okay.
real.
Damn, what's it 4-3?
Yeah.
Yep. High School Musical was released on Disney Channel. Was that 2006 or not?
Yes.
Yes.
This is the start of something.
Again,
yeah.
no extra points.
Is that how you want to start singing now?
Yeah, yeah. This is
2006.
yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yes.
So is
4-4.
that 4-4?
This is crazy.
Come on.
So
Going
the
bang-
song Umbrella by Rihanna featuring Jay-Z, was
Uh-huh,
that 2006 or not?
That was not 2006.
2008, innit? Or 9.
That was 2008.
Or 7. 7.
This is for his. I don't know why.
Because he's so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No, it was not 2006.
Yes, it was 2007. Okay. The last
How did I even
view.
help you?
So what's that? That's 5-4 to me, you know, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
The
this
last
is-
view
help.
was, do you remember when Susan Boyle appeared on Britain's Got Talent? Was that in 2006 or not?
It was not in 2006.
You're right. It was 2009.
Of course it was.
Okay. Last one. Cult classic. Samuel.
Wait, am I going to get the last one as well?
Last round.
Okay,
Right.
so we could try. We could tie. It's 5-5.
5-5, okay.
Okay. The cult classic Snakes on a Plane featuring Samuel L. Jackson was released in cinema. Was that 2006 or not?
That was not 2006.
That was indeed 2006.
Come on, please. This is the penalty shootout, the last kick.
Oh my days. This
And
is
it's
crazy.
4-3.
No, it's
4-4.
5-5.
It's 5-5, but really and
Sorry, I'm
truly,
sorry.
it should be 5-4.
Why?
You got a Fugazi point, bro.
How?
Bro, like the point where we was
The
talking-
Friday song.
Yeah, man.
But I just had to guess the year, whether it was 2006 or not, and I did.
I'm gonna for fun for the podcast. 5-5.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks.
So the famous song by Shakira featuring Wyclef Jean, "Hips Don't Lie," was released. Was that 2006 or not? Extra points for dancing.
This was a really tough question. Hips don't lie.
That's actually a hard one, you know. That's what I think about.
I'm gonna say yes. It was 2006.
Indeed, correct. It was 2006.
Come on. What did I say?
This is a joke thing, man. You need to roll back the tape to that.
Roll back the
Friday,
tapes,
man. Yeah,
guys.
roll
If you
it
want,
back.
pause it and go back and
Guys,
see the Friday one if I deserve it or
Fugazi
not,
points, man.
and let us know in the comments. But
Okay.
I'm the winner.
Well done.
Thank you for that, Ash.
GG's. I'll be back. Don't worry.
No, that was actually a good Ashbreaker, to be honest.
No, it was.
Thank you.
like-
I need to get control of my quizmaster skills, but
No, you're
That
not
was
too
fun.
bad. It's
Thank
just
you.
taking the scores down, really. That
Yeah.
You know. But I will try and put the scores on the screen, I guess, and see what we
I
can
know.
come
Yeah,
up with.
help me.
Yeah.
Help Ash, really. But no, that was great because it took me back in like my mind as a little kid.
Mhm.
Like some of these facts, obviously I know, like Chelsea winning the league at the time of when I was maybe in 2006 or whatever, I wouldn't have actually registered then. But when you study football history, that's what actually happened in 2004, etc. But stuff like the World Cup one, I literally pictured being in my nan's living room, seeing Zidane headbutt. Who did? Is it Zam? It's not Zambrota, was it?
It was. Oh, I forgot his name. But I know it was Maserati. Is that his name?
Something like one
that.
Italian guy. Yeah, all
one
we knew
Italian
is
guy.
like Zidane went out and retired. That was his last game in headbutt, and so that literally took me back. So that was a good Ashbreaker. But moving on to the next topic, I think we are going to talk about how I think it is in line with the movie that we're reviewing, Saltburn, how movies go from cinemas to streaming services. Is it
Yep.
too quick? Is it too long? Etc. Etc. What is our take on it all?
I think maybe if the film doesn't do as well as it should do in the box office, I feel like that's when they put it out to streaming services. Like, because when did Saltburn actually come out? Because it came out November, and I actually didn't know about this film. I'll be so honest with you, I didn't know about this until you lot like brought it to my attention.
He actually had a 36-day theatrical window.
Really, before it actually came out in
Before it went
cinemas?
on Amazon Prime.
To be honest, but when the film started, didn't you see distributed by Amazon or produced by Amazon? It was either one of
It was
it.
one of those two. I
When
remember
it
seeing,
started, so that made me think that maybe Amazon were the creators of the film, but I was wrong. I think it's just distribution only. So maybe that's something they put at the start once it came to Amazon.
Yeah.
It's not actually an Amazon film or anything
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, but it did confuse me at the start. Saltburn, I did hear about it in November, and I just want to shout out my colleague Tia Brand. She's the one that told me to review this film in November, and I kind of just pushed it to the side, saying yeah, because there was not that much buzz around it at the time. I think it's only when it came to streaming services when I was like, wait, why does everybody know about this film? And I think that is a good kind of way to talk about the streaming services from theaters to actually streaming services, because for some reason this film did not get the hype when it was in cinema, but it got the hype as soon as it was put on streaming services. Doing some research, it looked like the old average of films being on being in the cinemas and in theaters to then streaming services, or before what they would call it is Blu-ray, DVD and all that kind of stuff. It used to be a 75 to 90 day turnaround, so potentially about 3 months before a movie would come out, and you would have to wait maybe like 90 days before you could see it somewhere else or get the DVD or something back in the day. That has shortened down to about, I think, 30 days now. So you said Saltburn was how much? How many days?
36 days.
36. So the average right now is about 30 days or so. And you make a good point. If it has flopped in the cinemas, if it didn't do well in the box office, that's most likely when it's going to come on streaming services quicker, because they have to make the money. And the only way they're going to make the money is by selling like the distributing rights of the film or whatever to whatever streaming service that's around. That's what I found out anyway.
Plus, I just wanted to add to it quickly. And plus, I just feel like not many people go to the cinemas as well, like in comparison to maybe like how it was like maybe like 10, 15 years ago. I feel like now a lot of people, especially since like COVID, everyone's kind of just more indoors. Everyone has like Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime. So I guess
that's a proper good point.
So it makes more sense for them to put like movies, because not everyone's bothered to go to the cinema.
That was a proper good point. I mean? During COVID, I'm sure there was only certain films that was only released on streaming services, because how were we going to watch it? I think the last time we spoke about Disney remakes, I'm sure Mulan was one of those remakes that came out during the COVID time and went straight to Disney Plus, because there was no cinema. there was no cinema for anyone to go to, so it just literally went straight on. So you make a good point that COVID is probably the effect of it coming to streaming services so much quicker. But that was one of the things anyway when COVID ended, is just the excitement of being able to go back to a cinema, because I do miss it. I did at the time. I said I can
go now.
I did miss it. Sorry.
I do have some context here. So Universal, it's actually on that poster, Tower Heist. Universal wanted to, this was before the pandemic, they wanted to release Tower Heist after 3 weeks, and it led to boycotts from theatre production. They eventually go on to release Trolls World Tour during the pandemic, and it was the biggest digital debut ever.
Really?
Yeah, and obviously it was during the pandemic, people were at home, people were watching movies. So they initiated that they were going to continue doing this, and it led to 2 major US theatre companies essentially saying they're never showing another Universal film ever.
Really?
Damn. They eventually did come to an agreement, and I've got it here now. So Disney, Paramount and Warner Bros agreed to a 45-day window from 2022 onwards, and then Universal got its own deal with big theatre chains, and they agreed to give a portion of their video on demand revenue in return for securing one of the shortest windows, which is 31 days for big movies, 17 days for small movies.
Oh, wow.
I read a couple different statistics on, because I read 36 days for Saltburn. So, yeah, it got very political over Tower Heist.
Damn, that's crazy.
So what would you guys think is the right amount of time? Because I've figured out potentially my sort of ideal time to put it out. What would you say, how many days would you say, or months would you say makes sense before something comes from theatres to streaming services?
My thing is that I pay $7.99 or $10.99 for all of these platforms: Netflix, Disney, the other one, Amazon. I don't use Paramount, but Paramount, Apple TV now. I pay so much money. I just want it. Why am I going to pay £14 or almost £20 to go to cinema when it's going to be released in a month's time? So it's almost the longer the better. I really appreciate the theatrical experience for some movies. Remember Avengers Endgame? Remember watching that opening night? I was 12 o'clock. I was there opening night. We all were gasping. We all laughing at the same time. And we'll get into Saltburn. But from what I heard, a girl at my office, that I work with, she told me to watch Saltburn back in November, and she was like, people in the cinema were gasping in horror.
I could imagine literally oh my god, everybody I could imagine.
You can't
crazy,
replicate
bro.
that experience,
Yeah.
and you're with strangers. You can't replicate that. It's a unique one in a lifetime experience, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think for me, when I was looking at everything, I think 45 days, I reckon, is the right amount of time. So that's literally a month and a couple of weeks is the right amount of time, because for me, I don't want to wait too long before something comes out on the streaming services. Because let's say, for example, Saltburn or any film comes out in the cinema, like you said, I might not want to spend money on a cinema ticket. I might not really be interested in the theatrical aspect of the film, but it looks like something, when it comes to streaming services, I might want to look at it. One of my best friends does it as well. Like, once he's not interested, he picks the films that he's not interested in, and when it comes out on streaming, he's like, yeah, that one when it comes to streaming. I was like, why don't you just go see it? He goes, no, it's worth seeing, but just when it comes to streaming services.
Yeah.
That's like his approach to it. But I figured you won't want to wait too long for films that you forget it, and you're just I can't really be asked to. You want something that's roughly just over a month. And when I did some digging, it looks like, for example, Avengers, which is the highest grossing film of all time. I think around 140 days after it came out, it grossed about 900 million, right? That's 140 days after it came out. However, after the 40 days that it came out, it only grossed 40 million. So 900 in total in 140 days, 900. And only after the 40-day mark, it grossed only 40 million more. So between the first 40 days, that's when they made their money, really. After 40 days, they didn't really make as much money as the first 40. So that's when the hype is there. So around 40 is when there's a hype, there's people going to the cinema, you're not really ruining it for anyone. But then after that, are they really making money? After the 40-day mark, they're really not. I feel like the best time for them to make money is then by saying, all right, we've held off for a month now, or a month and a bit. The guys that didn't want to get the cinema tickets, here you go on streaming services. And I think that would make them more money. It makes more sense for them to do it that way. So that's what I concluded on anyway.
Yeah, you honestly took the words out of my mouth, because I was gonna say at least a month minimum. A month and then like a week. I wouldn't go like a month and 2 weeks. I just feel like the month, like you said, like the month is just like, it's the perfect time, because by then it's like the hype is strong, and it's getting to that point where it's like starting to die down a little bit, but it's still kind of there.
Yeah, for people that are want to kind of see it.
So you still feel like present kind of thing, like, do you know?
Yeah, exactly.
In the period of the time that's out, and obviously people talking about it, you still feel like, you know, you can feel a part of it.
And that's how we were feeling about Saltburn. Came out in November. We're reviewing it now in January, but it only came to streaming services a few weeks ago. Now people are talking about it more than they ever did before.
Crazy.
So I don't feel like, the movie came out in November, let's not review it, let's not talk about it. I still feel like it's very relevant, because people are kind of talking about it, because
Talk of the town.
Like it still feels more. And to my friend that did see it in November, it's something like, she's like, did you watch it? Like, she's looking for everybody who's watched it like since November. So it's still fresh. But let's say if the film came out in August, by now she's not looking for anyone who's still watched Saltburn. Come on, like that's a long time ago. But November's still fresh in the mind to connect with people who went to the theaters, and then connect with people who watched it at home. So that's my take on it anyway.
Yeah.
Even me, like today at work, I was telling people my colleagues, like, have you watched Saltburn? Have you watched it? It's on Amazon. I think even Nathaniel, shout out Nats, got tired of me today, man, because I was talking about Saltburn at lunch.
Has he seen
like,
it?
Yeah, he's like, bro, I'm eating.
You don't want to hear any of that.
I was like, what? You don't want to hear it? I was like, I'm just showing my man the scene. He's like, bro, I'm eating. I said,
literally.
Okay. I said, I don't want my man getting mad at me, innit? So let me back off.
Let me just allow it. No. But yeah, I think that paves a good way into obviously talking about Saltburn, which I'll quickly read a synopsis before we go into it. It says, based in Oxford and Northamptonshire, England, the movie focuses on a student at Oxford who becomes fixated with a popular aristocratic fellow student at his university, who later invites him to spend the summer at his eccentric family's estate. What's that?
Sorry, Chelsea winning 3-0. Come on!
we don't care about that. We don't care about that. yeah, so that was the synopsis. So now we are going to be officially talking about Saltburn. It could contain spoilers. It can contain. We'll try and keep it PG, but there was some scenes that were quite disturbing that we will be talking about. So if you haven't watched it, please pause and come back when you've seen the film. So yeah, where do we start with this one? Because
I don't know where to start, man. Like,
there's so much to go through on this one. Let's just start with the expectations on this one.
I honestly, because I didn't really know about the film, I didn't have any expectations going.
But did you hear anything?
I heard about it, like probably I would say 3 weeks ago. I did hear about it, but I wasn't really too like excited for it. I was thinking, okay, like let's see what this movie's about. I said I'm not even gonna do any research like before, and then I want to go into this film with an open mind, form my own opinions on it. And yeah, I left that film thinking, wow,
yeah.
Wow.
Ash, your expectations?
So I heard about the hype. I heard, guys, don't watch it. Initially starting the film, I thought, oh, I think this is like Get Out. Did anyone else have that?
Yeah.
Do you guys have?
Yeah,
I thought it was awkward.
Yeah, I thought we were watching Ollie. We were watching him go into this big house, and it was going to get out vibes, like, Ollie, you need to leave. And I was shocked at how it turned itself on its head.
Yeah.
I think I was along with Ash thinking that as well, where we see him, you know, this is maybe an hour into the film, go to Saltburn. By the way, I didn't know Saltburn was a place.
It's actually a real place, you know.
Oh.
I didn't know that was a place.
Is that in Northamptonshire?
That's what it's saying. But I didn't know it was a place. I thought it was salt and something's burning, and they came up with Saltburn. I wanted to know what Saltburn like was. Like, it's a weird sort of name. Have you watched Saltburn? I'm thinking, what the hell is Saltburn? And then when you actually say, oh, it's come with me to Saltburn, I was like, oh, okay, this is. But I got the Get Out vibes as well. Like I said, people been asking me to review this one, and I kind of pushed it off. I heard a few disturbing things happen in the movie, and I just thought, maybe I'm not really too interested. But as soon as it came to streaming services, it did get my attention. I won't lie, and I thought, yeah, let's just give it a go and see what happens. But I did, like I said, get Out vibes where I thought we're gonna be praying for Ollie to be saved or something like that. Like, we know he's weird and stuff like that, but it's like, yeah, you've taken on too much, and now you've got yourself like engrossed with this family that's out to get you, or they're gonna figure you out that you're a weirdo or something like that. So yeah, my expectations were how can I say, you know, when you're curious about something, that's all it was, curiosity. I didn't think it was going to be really good. I didn't think it was going to be really bad. I was just really curious.
I was curious. Initially got Get Out vibes. Now I look back and I'm like, I don't know if you guys have watched the film Parasite. It's a Korean movie. I think it might be Korean.
I think I've seen it.
And it's just about, I hope I'm not ruining it, a family who is a poorer family infiltrates a wealthier family and kind of causes havoc, but it's a lot about class and class disparity. And another film my mum told me to watch, because she did watch Saltburn. She didn't have a great opinion on it.
Oh, your mum watched Saltburn?
I said, oh, you should...
After you? Before you?
Yeah, I was like, we're doing a podcast on it. Yeah, crazy. You should. Yeah.
Sorry,
I shouldn't have done
that.
Yeah, sorry, Mum. But she was like, oh, this reminds me of a film. It's called The Talented Mr. Ripley. So I ended up watching that after. That first hour of The Talented Mr. Ripley is exactly the same as Saltburn. It's about a man who befriends this guy and then eventually kind of becomes obsessed with him and like starts to want to be like him and whatnot. So a direct reference from The Talented Mr. Ripley. However, the director is it Emerald Fennell, downplayed. That don't know if you guys watched it.
No, I haven't watched it, by the way. But what's the director's name? Emma what?
Emerald Fennell.
Emerald Fennell. She's British, right?
She's British, I believe. I don't want to judge. She went to private school. She went to Oxford. So I actually think a lot of this mirrors her own.
You think so?
No. She went to Oxford. I kind of worked out the years where she would have been in Oxford, and 2006 she would have been 21 in Oxford. So I think it might mirror some experiences that she did have.
Yeah, possibly, yeah, especially when they were based on campus at the start of the film. But Emma, she seems quite talented. She actually wrote the film, directed the film, and produced the film. She's done all. And I've seen one of the producers of this one is Margaret Robbie. For some reason, I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe she gave a little 2 cents or opinion about something, and they've accredited her as a producer, to be honest. But what do we think of the plot that Emma's come up with here? Because
I actually, at first, the first 50 minutes of the movie, I was like, okay, I kind of see what's going on here. Obviously, he's a young guy, comes from a background not very nice. I think his dad was. In his terms,
his dad was dead.
Said his dad was dead. Said his mum was, I don't know, but she was on something.
No, initially his dad wasn't dead. His dad was a druggie.
Dad was a druggie.
Mum was a druggie too.
Yeah, said they're both druggies, innit? So, and obviously he's not trying to be like them. And obviously when you hear them kind of things and you're seeing just the way he moves on a day-to-day basis, you're thinking, okay, you can kind of see why he is the way he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of makes you feel like, I started to feel a little bit like sorry for him.
Yeah, of course.
Especially because it's like he's going to this posh school. And you can clearly see like he's the odd one out. Like you saw early in the film when I think they had dinner, and who did he sit in front of?
That guy, Ewan.
Yeah, with the glasses. When
no, his real name's Ewan. Sorry, his name is actually Michael in the film. Michael. Yeah.
Like when he was telling him, well, basically you're not like them.
Yeah,
they're like different to us, innit? And
he reminded me of them hater guys that you want to be together and be like, oh, let's be the lame people together. Like I'm not in this by myself. Like he really wanted Ollie to be part of the rejects or part of the bottom feeders at the university. So it was so funny how quickly we got to the pub scene, and the first chance Ollie got to mingle with the other guys, and they asked him, I think Felix asked him, oh, is that your friend? And he goes, no, he was just leaving. Did you remember that scene when he was like,
crazy?
That was cold. That was cold.
But bro, do you remember how they even got to that in the first place though?
I
can't remember the guy. What's the rich kid's name?
Felix.
Remember his tire?
Yeah. So his tire popped.
His tire popped and that, innit? And obviously that's what I was thinking. This is what made me feel like I liked what he was doing at the start, because obviously his tire popped. Felix's tire popped, and he's basically giving Felix his bike. So I'm thinking, right, like you just giving a man your whole bike.
But then up to then we've seen him watch Felix a little bit, just like just in the background.
Yeah, you can tell there's a bit intense.
It's a bit intense. So obviously when that happened with the bike, you're thinking, we've all had it where coincidence come our way in life, and we're like, oh, such a coincidence. Like I bumped into you, like literally I bumped into you, and this has happened, and my bike and all that kind of thing. So when we get to that point in the movie, you was thinking, oh, what a coincidence. I'm genuinely thinking, what a coincidence. It's going to help him out. And that's because it's almost like he was waiting for his perfect opportunity to speak to him.
Because he liked him. He
was looking for an opportunity to mingle with him. And he's on his way in, or he's coming back from uni, and Felix is going into uni, and it's like, oh, his tires popped. It's like, oh, this is my chance.
He was meant to go to class, innit?
Yeah, like this is my chance to actually talk to him. And you just think, okay, cool. That's where it kicks off from there, gets invited to the pub. And yeah, like we said, the first instance, Ollie got to drop Michael. He dropped him in 2 seconds, and that was so funny to watch when he said, yeah, he's just leaving.
That was so mad. I was thinking, yo, bad man. And he still looked at him, as he said that. I said, nah, man.
Yeah, but I just didn't know what was going on, because I even felt like the relationship with Felix at first was a bit weird.
It was weird.
I didn't believe it. That criticism of the film, and maybe because I watched the Tiny Miss Ripley after, the friendship between them two, it was a bit forced. I didn't believe it. And we're gonna jump into characters, but
you didn't believe how like real that could be?
I just didn't believe the friendship. I didn't get genuine brotherhood friendship vibes. But then
no, I didn't.
In general, Barry Keoghan, the who played Ollie, when I first saw him, I was like, this man looks a bit too mature to be playing an 18 to 21-year-old.
I didn't think so.
I thought he looked alright.
Yeah,
I thought he looked alright.
I've seen him afterwards. I'm like, boy, you look old. But
but in the movie, they made him look ageable.
I did not see like a uni student and whatnot. So it just made it very hard to believe.
What? No, for me, he just looked innocent.
He looked innocent, quiet.
He doesn't look innocent to me.
Easily manipulated.
Yeah, that's the kind of guy.
Thing with the movie as a whole is that I didn't believe with the casting and the characterization of Ollie, I didn't believe it, because if I was a director and I wanted someone sinister, calculated,
he's a perfect guy.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah,
I feel
he's
like
a perfect guy, but he can't play an innocent young.
He did.
I'm
No,
not gonna lie to
he
you.
can't
You know
play-
when I saw that performance here, I was thinking, bro,
Where's his Oscar?
when I saw that, you could probably be Joker. You
No,
know?
put that
I was like,
Oscar
you could-
away.
You could be Joker, bro.
Put that Oscar away.
No.
because-
Where's his Oscar?
No.
Bring that man his Oscar.
No, imagine Tom Holland, Timothy Chalamet in that role.
Don't talk to me
You-
about Tom Holland.
No, but my point
Don't
is,
talk to me
they've
about them
got
guys.
that young boyish charm that by the end of the movie, you find out that
But it's
they're
like,
actually
nah,
a psychopath. You'd be like, what
But
the
this
hell?
particular character, like
They got nothing on Barry.
They got nothing
Nah.
on him, man. Nothing on
From
him.
honestly,
The
from
clock-
15 minutes in the film, I knew
I-
he was gonna be the person. I still thought it's
I
gonna be
think,
the
yeah.
Saltburn, but yeah.
I think the closest person that could come to playing this role, if it's not Barry, is what's that man's name from Twilight?
Robert Pattinson.
Michael.
And he was in Batman as well.
Robert.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson. Yeah.
Him. That's the kind of vibes he'll give me, like a little bit
He
sinister.
looks like Felix though. He'll give me Felix vibes.
Gives you feelings. I just
Cool-
feel like
cool guy in
Could you
school.
see the way in Black? I must say Black Man. See the way in Batman.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is, but his face just he looks soulless. Do you know what I mean? And that's the kind of vibe that I was getting from Barry.
I think Barry Keoghan was in Batman as well, and he played
Yeah,
the
he was.
Joker.
He was.
Exactly.
He was.
Deranged,
Yeah, he needs to do that again.
calculated, not innocent. I couldn't
To be
get
honest,
past
when I
it.
saw Barry, I recognized Barry from Top Boy. Have you watched the most recent one?
No, I don't watch that boy.
But
You
I
didn't
heard
watch
that
it.
as
He
well.
was Johnny. He was a guy called Johnny from Top Boy, and he's a gangster in that film, like a proper Irish gangster lad. So when I'm seeing the contrast in this, I think he's so good. I think he's so good. I think Ash, you're bugging on this
Like,
one.
Nope.
Like he was so good to the point that like for the first 15 minutes, I generally was figuring out like what was happening because I knew he liked this guy, but it was like something just seemed off about him, innit? And even Felix as well. When Felix was inviting him back to the bit, I thought, excuse me,
Yeah,
I was
like
thinking, bro, like then I started to think, now this guy's probably up to something fishy.
you what Felix?
Yeah, that's what I thought originally
yeah.
because then even like, because then you remember, I think he was talking about the sister and they said something like Eddie or I didn't like the one from last year. I was
Eddie
thinking,
from last year. So you're thinking, like you said, Get Out. They bring these guys as sacrifices or
Yeah.
something, and
Yeah.
something goes down where the friend doesn't leave the Saltburn.
Yeah.
That's literally where I thought we were going. But just touching on Felix, I get what you're saying about the forced relationship because certain things, you're having a party. Why do you got to be chilling with my man in the corner by yourselves? Like, I was thinking maybe did he like swing that way as well?
I think there was a bit of a romantic
Bro,
side
from
to
Felix.
that
But when
friendship.
I see man kiss him on the cheek, I said,
Yeah, I was
I
like-
said yeah.
Yeah,
I said, yeah,
like
come
what's
on,
going
man.
on here?
I said, come on, like even just the way like Felix just looks at, and the way he look, like the way they talk, like they were getting so close at one point. I'm thinking, brother, something has to give at some point, man.
Something has to- yeah,
give.
who is
So
gonna-
I was thinking like, oh, he's invited him back to the bit to make it seem like he likes him, but he's probably gonna do something to him, innit? And boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. On this one, I feel like at what point in the movie did you be like, what are we watching?
The bathtub scene.
The bathtub scene.
And from there, I knew exactly what was going to happen next. Not that I knew exactly the intricacies, but I knew Barry. I knew he was going to end up either killing family. He was going to end up doing something weird. So
mad.
by the end, sorry, I know
Wait,
I'm
you
skipping to
thought
the
you
end.
thought that by what point?
By the bathtub scene.
No.
As soon as
I
you
didn't
know,
get that.
as soon
I
as you
didn't
do
get
something
that.
weird like that, and
I think because you watched the other film is
Yes, yeah,
no,
like
I watched that
yeah.
after.
You
I
watched
watched
it
that
afterwards.
after. I'm saying, as soon as I saw that film, I knew by the end of the film that man was going to be the perpetrator of whatever happens in the film. So by the end of the film, I actually wasn't shocked. Sorry, I know I'm skipping ahead, but
no, it's calm.
all I was thinking is what's his game?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What's his game? And I didn't find out, and I didn't find out to the end. No,
no.
we didn't
I
find out to the end.
don't even think. I'm still confused.
I think he at the end.
Like obviously, I feel like generally we know like the kind of surface level answer in it. But I feel
Yeah.
Like really need to dig.
Dig and understand
because
why.
I
Like
don't
his
really-
ultimate goal was to obviously take over the family estate, take over the
everything.
riches, everything, and that. But why that family in particular? I guess that's what you want to find out. Why
Yeah, like,
this family
why?
in particular was it?
It just didn't make sense because, like, even when he was narrating, bro, that just threw me off completely.
Yeah,
because
at first I didn't know if it was a narration
I
as
thought,
well.
I thought he was getting questioned in
Yeah.
police
It was
station.
only maybe until a certain point. I can't remember when I was like, oh, he's narrating what happened. But before that, I was thinking, is this part of the actual scene, the movie scenes, or like what's going on, part of the story or not? I didn't know. But it was just such a weird one for me, just to see his character develop from like start to finish.
Yeah, his character development was. I did kind of like it though.
Yeah,
I
like
liked it because I don't think I've seen a character development like that. You know,
I think when I said this is about to go left is when Felix is driving him home, and he's saying, "No, I don't want to go home.
Yes,
I
that's
want to
the
go
scene,
home."
yeah.
And then we can see they're on their way to Prescott. Yeah,
Mhm.
they're on their way to Prescott, and he's proper like, no, like doing all that. And I'm telling you, he was so good. Actually, you're getting on my nerves saying that he wasn't good.
He's a really good actor. There's nothing wrong with his acting.
I could tell by his like facial expressions and how he was that, yo, what have you lied about here?
Mm-hmm. You definitely lied about something for you
And
not
then
to want to go back.
and when Felix pulls up and he was like, this is a decent place.
Nice house.
I was just like, yeah, what are we about to see here? And the closer you get to the door, you're now thinking, I think we see something gone fishing that was put on the
Gone
thing.
fishing, yeah.
There's no way that parents who are like crackheads or your mum was
I haven't gone
or
fishing
whatever.
and all that.
Come on,
Crackheads like to fish sometimes.
they
Like,
do,
they
but
might.
it looked a bit too sophisticated
Yeah.
to have. So obviously, when they've knocked on the door, the mum answers. She's like, "Ollie," I'm just like, no way, this guy lied, because I believed him for an hour.
Been my thing, bro. I said, there's no way.
This was after the bath scene, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
up to that point, did you think he would lie about something like that?
Wait,
Yes.
was this?
Did you?
Was this
A man-
before? Was this before that vampire scene? This was after
The vampire scene.
Is it,
Okay,
as
I
soon
don't
as
think we talk
those
about
two scenes, you're telling me you didn't know by the end of the film that he was gonna he
No,
was
I
the
knew. I
perpetrator
knew he
of
was.
every
I
bad
knew,
thing that happened.
I knew he was mad.
That's all we knew.
I knew he was mad, innit? And I
Not
started
just how
to,
and why.
But it's like obviously when the things are happening, it's like they're not showing us like how it happened.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm just thinking, like for example, I'm gonna skip ahead now, but when like Felix died, for example, I was just thinking, oh, he probably thinking, oh, like I told him he loves me, I broke his heart.
I thought we're coming to the end of the film.
Yeah, so I was thinking it's over.
I'm thinking we're coming to the end of the film, is wrapping up. Unfortunately, you've lied about your whole self, and now the person that you love or whatever has. I even thought Felix might have committed suicide at the time.
That's what I thought.
So I don't know why you're making faces like that, but I'm thinking that's what's happened at the time, or something's happened, and he's gonna blame himself for lying and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully, maybe that makes him change, or he goes to therapy or something like that. Because the lie was quite big, so I thought that was the game changer. I didn't know that we were going to experience another 45 minutes of just chaos, literally chaos.
Absolute mental.
And I think that's when the film went to a new level for me.
And it started with that vampire scene.
So so we experienced
Not the bathtub.
we started with the bathtub.
But to
to
be
be
fair,
fair,
that was more like he's just tapped in it. Like he just loves this guy way too much.
Will loves the guy way too much, and people kind of ruined it for me, saying Saltburn, bathtub.
Yeah. The scene.
So
as
when
well.
that came on, I was just like, well, he's obsessed with the guy. So if
Man
that's
obsessed.
a weird fetish that he decided to do, cool. So that was strike one. Yeah. Strike two was the vampire scene that we're referring to.
that was brave.
You guys will know what the vampire scene was in the garden. I don't have to go into too much detail, but
He
Please
took a voucher for her, innit?
Hmm?
I think because remember what the mum said that like she's been like her daughter's been waiting for you to kind of.
I didn't
show around the
understand. But
house,
I
to
didn't
come around the
understand
house
the
kind
whole
of thing.
point of the daughter. I think his name is Venetia.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
daughter, she hasn't been eating. And when he met her in the garden, he was like, "Yeah, so you're gonna eat your food, right?" And do all that kind of stuff. Like, what was he doing?
I thought she was pregnant at one point, you know, when he was making her eat. I
didn't know what was going on. I was like, why are you trying to force this girl to eat food? Like,
I think that's a part of the film that I didn't really understand.
Yeah, like,
and
that
the
was the odd
sister
one.
she was a good character, but her placement in the film, I didn't
was a
really
bit all
understand.
over the-
yeah,
all
it was a
over
bit
the
all
place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did she like Barry? I keep saying Barry,
first,
Ollie or not?
Yeah.
At first, I was just thinking, oh, like she just wants to play. She just wants to hang out with the people that Felix brings over, because obviously come like as if anyone who tries to get close to her, they either have to move out or something crazy might happen to them. I don't know, innit? So that was what I thought.
Yeah. No. So we, like I said, bathtub scene, bathtub scene, vampire scene, and then graveyard scene.
That scene got me.
That scene was apt. You know what? Yeah,
Love that scene.
Sorry, I just want to say because I was watching it, innit? And for some reason, that scene went longer than I expected.
Yeah.
There was a point where I was thinking, okay, he's crying, he's upset, his friends
We're saying the same thing.
saying the same. I was thinking, okay, cool.
Okay,
Next
when
scene,
he takes off his shirt, then
thinking
what are you
that-
thinking then?
I was thinking next scene, but then I'm looking at his hand, innit?
It was his hand. It was his hand.
It was his hand,
I was
bro.
saying, what's going on? So obviously he's taking off his shirt. He's lying in the graveyard, and you're thinking, maybe you're just weird. We've seen you do weird stuff. You just want to be close to the ground or whatever and cry it out and do all that kind of stuff. And like Fahis said, the film, like, the scene goes on for a little bit too long where nothing's happening apart from his hands slightly moving to his trousers. And you're just saying, I don't think so. I don't think
he's
so.
not gonna do what I think he's
I
gonna
don't
do.
think
innit?
so. Oh my God, what's he doing? Oh my God, what's he doing? Nah, this is
Yeah.
mad.
I think we all know that scene was improvised.
It was.
And apparently he spoke to the director and said, let me try something. And then he asked for a closed set. So there was limited cast and crew. And I'm posing this. Imagine that scene didn't go as well. And he's just now made everyone on set uncomfortable. The director's just like, Barry, are you all right?
You're right there, mate. Like,
Because apparently after that scene happened, like no one spoke about it. Like after they shot.
but then I'm probably sure that he would have told the director, like, yo, this is my vision for it. This is what I want to do. And everybody left on set was like, all right, cool, do it. And he probably had multiple takes to get that one right. Or you think it was just once? And
I think a man can only do that once in his
Hey,
life
yeah,
before
that's
going
crazy.
absolutely
I'm not gonna lie
crazy.
to you. I was woo.
I did think that was really effective though, more than the bathtub and the
Oh, yeah,
vampire scene.
yeah, yeah,
I
that-
thought that was the one time when I was like, okay, this guy is truly disturbed and there's no saving him.
he's a monster. Basically, from then he's a monster. He was a monster before, but he was definitely like, proper.
No
like,
redemption
no
from there.
redemption from there.
Wait, we're forgetting about one more scene.
Who?
What was that light skinned guy with that little afro?
Farley.
Remember when he was in the?
Oh yeah,
That
He.
scene.
I think Oliver. You realize that one thing that I did know is like everyone in the family he wanted a piece of.
Yeah.
Everyone whether it was in a sexual way, whether it was to play with their mind or whatever it was, everyone in the family apart from maybe the dad. What was
Even
that
the
called?
dad,
Sir James.
he even by the end of the film, the dad's asking him to leave, and he's still kind of playing with his head and saying, "I'm gonna stay for the mum story," and then he kind of drives the dad a bit crazy as well.
Yeah.
Come on, he just weird, man.
Yeah, he won. How did you feel about that character Farley? He was played by Archie Madwecki. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Just the light skin with the afro.
Yeah. How do you feel about his character?
I'm not gonna lie, at the start I thought he was a little hater, you know.
Yeah.
I thought he was a hater. I was thinking, why are you hating on my guy?
They were both in the class together, the room together with the professor, right? Their tutor. Yeah. They were both together. So at first you thought, what's this guy's relevance? Until we then find out he's Felix's cousin.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And obviously the stuff that he was going through in his own personal life as well. That's why I think this film, it had a couple storylines where they could have developed it a little bit more. Like I feel like
they done too much already, man.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because Farley's character, I feel like they could have done something with
you're
that.
curious about what's happening.
Yeah, it makes you curious about. I was curious about like
yeah.
the other characters. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
no, I was like that Pamela lady as well that was in the
like,
house.
how did she die?
Yeah.
Like, how did she die?
How did she die? And did you find it so funny? Like, even though like we're getting at Ollie and we're saying, you know, he's this monster, etc., etc. The family themselves, the Catton family, which is what they're called,
They're mad.
they're all crazy.
They're all mad.
They're all crazy.
They were.
They're not normal.
They were, but I feel like they weren't. I feel like in the beginning we were meant to believe that they were these monsters who it was a get out situation, and then it turns out that they weren't actually
As
that bad.
bad.
And it was like this depiction of rich, wealthy people. Are they evil? Oh wait, they're actually not that bad. And
They're so fake though. They're so fake, and it kind
So
of
fake.
annoyed me at the start.
the lady when she's talking.
It just annoyed me at the start, where
days.
it's like, you know, these certain people, they don't say their true feelings about how they feel unless somebody probes them. Anytime they were probed to say something, you're right.
Remember at the dinner table?
Yeah.
That was crazy when she was like, where the lady was like, should I leave and stuff there? And they were like, oh no, I think you don't want to stay here.
Yeah, you don't want to stay in them. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Pamela basically.
Yeah, Pamela,
pushing her out.
yeah.
And then the next day, she quietly left last night, but she's been there for like 6 months or how long. And then when she died, they're so like grim. They said she will do anything for attention.
Yeah, that was
that's what they said. I was just like,
these are so cold. They're so cold, man.
Cold-blooded.
With the family. It was not really with the family, but do you know what scene? I actually cringed more at this scene than all of those wild
I think I
bathtub
know what scene
scenes.
she's talking about.
I don't think so. It was when they were singing him "Happy Birthday," and they forgot his
Yeah, that was
Happy
bad.
birthday to.
I don't even know his name.
Yeah, that kind of, I will say, Saltburn nailed making me cringe without all that madness. They made me cringe. Even the eggs, when he got the runny eggs.
Yeah.
That made me cringe so much.
And they were all looking at him like.
I love that waiter, by the way. That waiter is terrifying.
The butler. What was his name
yeah.
again? He was called Duncan. Played by Paul
terrified
Reed.
I like his character. Not much to say, but yeah,
he says a
I
lot.
felt his
still.
effect in it.
When Felix died and he was trying to close the curtain, I'm trying, sir, because he's a cold character. So it's like,
oh, that's another scene.
Yeah,
that table, the dinner when they had dinner.
Oh,
after
yeah,
Felix
yeah,
died, bro.
yeah.
That was so. I don't know. I felt uncomfortable watching it. I was
So
like,
uncomfortable.
how can you try and have a normal dinner when your son has just died?
but then I thought that's when Ollie baited himself out, because Ollie's going normal, trying to say, yeah, this is great, this is amazing.
I feel like he was copying the mum though, because the mum was trying to like keep face.
But
Do you
then
know what I'm saying?
Venetia's not saying anything. Sir James is not saying anything, and Farley's not saying anything
Someone
either.
has to say something though.
Yeah, but I just thought he
Was
was,
she gonna talk to
he was
herself?
doing too much.
The-
I thought he was doing too much.
Yeah, the whole family seems to, they have like a very interesting reaction to like death and bad things happening. It's like the
Yeah, at
mum
one
is-
point, Felix, you know when they kicked out Farley, when Oliver, what did he do again? When he kind of, what did he do? Did he put something in Felix's room?
That's what I thought. Apparently he
Sent a message.
He put something in. Is it Farley? It's Farley, isn't it?
Yeah.
Put something in his room in it.
Yeah, that was the second time.
Yeah, second time.
That's the second time. And the first time he sent a message to someone.
He forged an email
Yeah.
from Sotheby's, which is a brand, saying that they were he was trying to sell the family furniture or something.
Okay, yeah. So Oliver's got him kicked out that way. But one thing Farley says is, "This is my family. I can never leave," etc., etc., etc.
So he knew what to do after that.
He knew what to do after that, and I just felt like when he even got kicked out the first time, Felix was like, "Yeah, we don't talk about it. Like they won't." Felix was like, "Parents won't mention it. Trust me, they won't even like mention that they've kicked a family member out, like that sort of thing." So it's a very wild dynamic that family had going on.
It was a wild dynamic. However, I just want to clarify with you guys. You're telling me when Farley got kicked out, when Felix died, when Venetia was, you're telling me at what point did you realise Ollie is behind all of this? Because from when Farley got kicked out, I said, "Oh, Ollie done that." And by the end of the film, it wasn't a shock for me. I was shocked that there was even a reveal, because I thought the director was implying that he'd done all of these things. He'd done all these.
Nah, they had to do that reveal for me.
They had to, yeah.
They had to do that reveal for me.
No way.
Because it's like, as crazy as we know he is, why am I giving him the benefit of the doubt still up to that point? I'm still giving him, I'm just thinking these are coincidences that he's kind of allowing to happen. Not that he doesn't want them to die, but the way they show us in the end is he manufactured it from start to finish.
I don't know how he did that.
They needed to show me that.
Yeah,
because I was thinking he's just put himself in the right position
at the right time,
or all these bad things are happening and he's just going to be there to sweep up and get everything. But they showed us that this guy premeditated everything from the moment this guy's Felix bike has gone down, it's popped his tire.
Bro, even when he's left the house, bro, he left the house for how long? A couple years, isn't it?
Yeah, 15. It was 15 years.
And he's old. It's like, bro, did you didn't think? And it's crazy because how are you ending up at the same place that she's at as well? And she only lived down the road.
Yeah. Come on,
I found that so.
This is the most I've ever disagreed with you guys.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Going back to the casting, I think from the casting, I knew if you're gonna hire Keoghan, he's going to be the villain, and I was not shocked in the end. And making a point here, would we be even reviewing this film? Would we be talking about it? Would it be trending if there was none of those scenes, wild scenes in there? The bathtub scene, the vampire scene.
But they are in there.
Would we? I'm making a point that, do you not think films these days and TV shows, they put in these really vulgar like sex scenes and stuff like that in these
But then I thought the film. I'm not saying the film
just
was.
for the
I
shock
thought it was
of
good
it.
without.
Yeah,
It was good. It was good without it anyway, and
No.
those made it even better.
Nope.
You don't think so?
Nah, I didn't think it was a good film. This is the most I've ever disagreed with you guys.
I feel like
this is great.
I feel like those scenes there just added a little bit more substance.
I can't
to
wait
it,
for the
innit?
final ratings. Honestly,
Yeah, it added a bit more
You
to
guys
it,
are-
but
you
I
guys
feel like
are
even
really
without
happy.
it, and you can. This definitely still a good film.
And we have to talk about Ollie at the end dancing around Starkers.
Oh yeah.
What did we think about
that was fun. Just seeing.
I wasn't prepared to see his tinky wink. Honestly,
I wasn't prepared to see that either.
I wasn't prepared to see that. Like for most of the film, any sort of like vulgar scenes like that, they've kind of covered up, and you know you can't really see it. That scene, I didn't expect it at all.
Giving him credit, I think it's quite rare for a man in film to do a scene like that, especially someone up and coming,
you don't really see
an
it.
up and coming actor. And actually, I saw a point about this. There was no female nudity in the film.
Was it not?
I don't think so, which is refreshing.
there wasn't.
And that's how you know it was a female director.
But this is what I'm saying. He put everything. Barry Keoghan in this film put everything on the line. Because I'm looking at that thinking you are a weirdo and you're a sicko. But it's not him. It was acting.
Literally.
It was acting. But I look at that man as a weirdo and sicko. And I think you're going to hate me, but he's putting himself out there for Oscar-worthy stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Would you guys be happy if this won an Oscar over like Oppenheimer, for example? Would you be able to sleep at night?
Yes, I would.
Oh my god!
I wouldn't be able to sleep right now because I feel like a lot more work got put into Oppenheimer than this.
Of course, a lot more work. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, and personally, I just feel like Oppenheimer is just, it's just, I prefer it more because it doesn't have
boring, man.
Nah, it's not
boring.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
The actual Oscar nominations got announced today, but I feel like I can't actually remember who was up, so I feel like that's something we can talk about.
Yeah, we'll probably do a video on that
next time.
No, definitely.
Also, but okay, what are you guys saying about the cinematography? Because I was told that this was shot in, what is it? Is it 3/4 or something like that? It was shot a bit weirdly from the point where it's almost like we're in the movie ourselves, but we're on the sidelines watching.
Yeah, I got that vibe.
Like
to
certain
some of the
scenes were shot, like it was not like a full like screen. It was shot in a way where I don't know what they call it. If it's a 3/4 or whatever. Correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. But it was shot in a way that it seems like we're in the film and we're literally watching on the sidelines. We feel like we are in the house with them. We feel like we're so close to them, but to the point that we're watching from like, you know what I'm saying? Like watching behind the screen, even though it's a cinema or whatever. We are actually watching behind, but we have front row seats to actually see what is going on.
If they do win an Oscar, it should be for production design, cinematography, all of those kind of
you know that party that they had, by the way, that party that they had where Felix died, they actually turned that into a real party.
Really?
Because it took so long to actually like film and
Of
shoot
course,
and all that kind of stuff. So look at what was going on. Look what was going on there. Imagine by the time you go like cut, action,
It's long.
a real party's happening. Like, you know, they've been told to, you know, the extras been told to party. So you can imagine after a while, just party and go with it. So they turned that into a proper party.
And I will say they really did capture 2006, which is why I done the Ashbreaker on the year of 2006. This first film I've ever watched where they throw back to 2006, and it made me realize, number one, that was 18 years ago and I'm getting really old. Number two, I've never seen a film like capture that era, and it's now an era because
even outfit choices, all that kind of stuff. Phones,
eyebrow piercing, bleached hair is what I've written. Karaoke.
Who has the bleached hair?
Venetia.
Oh, okay.
The karaoke, Flow Rider, Low. Have you guys been listening to Murder on the Dance Floor? I've been listening to it a lot. Have you?
I peeped the Flow Rider song, by the way. The Low, that made me think. Yeah, it is actually 2006.
Yeah, when I heard that, I said, mad.
It's not a random song. That was the song of 2006, by the way. So
absolutely banger.
They had to.
So no, it was really good. Do you have any numbers for us, Ash?
I do indeed. Right, so the budget for this, probably the smallest budget that I've ever recorded on this podcast, it was 20.8 million.
Yep, seen that.
So as of the 17th of January 2024, Saltburn, when I collected the figures, Saltburn had grossed 11.4 million in the US and Canada, $9.4 million in other territories, giving a worldwide total of 20.8 million, which you can say it has broken even.
That's not good.
I didn't do economics for no reason.
Bro, that's why it's on streaming services.
It's not. Do you know what? It's a small independent. What I think it was an independent film. The director was so involved in
everything,
in all areas. I don't think it's bad, and I think we'll see the figures rise later on. Maybe later on in the year. I think people will be talking about Saltburn for a really long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and it's got 4 stars on Amazon. Since we're talking about streaming services.
Yeah. There's any reviews that we might want to listen to? Maybe a good one or a bad one.
Yeah. I'll start with a bad one. This review was posted on the 29th of December 2023 and is titled Too Much Hype. They rated this film 4 out of 10. Mm-hmm. They start with, spent most of the movie waiting for something to happen whilst watching boring rich university students do boring things. When it finally did happen, I was left shocked that it was it. Meh is the only way I can describe this film. I wanted it to be good, which was probably where I went wrong. With all the great reviews and social media reaction videos, I expected a gripping, somewhat disturbing movie. Only a couple short scenes could be classified as such, but due to the rest of the scenes being so uneventful, it really dimmed any shocking scenes. The only positive comment that I can make is that the acting, music and settings were well done.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I wrote that.
I
might have written that.
It might be your burner, you know.
Yeah. It might be Ashton's burner. Honestly, tell us a good one.
The good one, 8 out of 10. This one was posted on the 15th of January 2024. It's titled I Kept Saying WTF. I think I must have said WTF 20 times during the movie and 20 more at the end. Very accurate portrayal of the 2006 years with vibe, cool music and fun early 2000s fashion. Whilst I watched it, I wondered if it was going to be one of those movies where you keep waiting for something to happen and it never does, such as the movie The Humans. But luckily it had an amazing written twisted ending that you simply could not stop watching. I must have asked about 5 girlfriends. I'm not gonna lie, when I heard 5 girlfriends, I said,
this guy said 5 girlfriends.
This brother is having
talking
a
about
field
5
day.
female friends? Or?
I hope so. If not, then he's having a field day.
We won't say your name, don't worry.
I must have asked 5 girlfriends to watch this, and I excitedly waited for each one of them to message me about the scandalous movie. It was so much fun to watch. Pure delicious, guilty pleasure, entertainment. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend to watch it at least once or twice. I feel like
once for me.
I agree. I feel like you can't watch this when you're eating though.
No.
But you could. It definitely has rewatchability.
Yeah, it does. For me, it
100%.
does. I'd definitely watch it again because, like we were saying before, there's just maybe a few holes that we want to fill and understand and watch again, like why certain things were done. I feel like I haven't fully, like what you said, fully understood everything that's happened. In the end, they did try to break it down to us. Like said, all of this was premeditated, but I just want to watch it again to kind of, it's a bit long to want to watch again, but I would watch it again, maybe with someone to be like, see their reaction to maybe a few things. I'll probably watch it again that way. But yeah, I know Ash is not feeling it, so I'm going to start.
You guys go first.
I'm going to start with you first.
Yeah, we have to, man.
Let's get
we
you
have
out of the way.
to set pace, set the tone.
So originally, I gave it a 5.5.
God damn.
I've rounded it up to a 6 because of the cinematography. But again, I'm going to make this point again and again and again. Without them vulgar scenes of crazy things going on, we would not be talking about this movie. And I'm saying we would not be reviewing it because no one else would be talking about it, and it wouldn't have even come out in cinemas. I'm sick of like vulgarity in films. I don't mind it if the plot lines up with it, but it really didn't. I really thought it was really predictable. Yeah, it's 6 is the most you're going to get from me. I'm tempted 5.9.
I'm going with 6.
What?
Oh no, 6 or 5.9.
Oh right. 6 is fine.
6,
I was going to say.
I was going to say, damn, you as well.
Oh no. I wouldn't even. No. What would you say, bro?
I'm not going to lie to you. After I watched that film, I gave it an 8.
Yeah.
I gave it 8. Oh, I gave it 8 because for me, you know, the way I feel about movies these days, a lot of them, it's very hard to stay engaged a lot of the time. This one had me curious, had me thinking, asking questions like, you know, trying to know more about not just his character, but kind of everyone else, including the family. So for a movie to have my brain in that kind of mode, you know, you're already doing a good thing. And obviously, you know, everything else that came after like the first hour or 50 minutes, you know, for me that was just a bonus. Yeah, a lot of plot twists, a lot of moments where I was like, oh my god, you know. So it's been a while since I've reacted like that. So for me, give it 8 out of 10.
Do you know what? I'm with for his on this one.
Hold on, wait. Shake my hand. Thank you.
I'm with for his on this one. Absolutely. I said 8. I see there's no normally decimals from me, but I'm happy to say this one was an 8. Exactly what Fahir said. It got me thinking. It got me saying WTF a lot of the times. I get what Ash is saying, if there wasn't vulgar, blah, blah, but there was. There was.
I feel like you can say, I feel like with a lot of films you can say if it didn't have this.
Yeah,
like,
but it was there. And
it was a bit harsh.
It was there. And I even think the mixing of like, it just seemed way too normal, like what some people are saying is boring, to then throw that in there is like, oh damn, and then take it back to a bit of normality again, and then throw something crazy again. It's like, I kind of liked that because I didn't know what to expect. We saw those scenes, and obviously if I didn't hear anything about the bathtub scene and I literally saw that for the first time without hearing anything, it'd probably be an 8.5. There were just so many like weird things that did take me by surprise, and I am normally not taken by surprise. And when I thought the film was wrapping up, it stepped up in the last half an hour. I had it maybe as like a 7.7, 8 or whatever. Yeah. But that last half an hour, and then explains kind of everything in the end, took it up to me to an 8. So I'm happy to give it an 8.
Oh, before you say anything, Ash, what confirmed the 8 for me, was that last scene. The last scene, I said, this guy is such a bad man. He's so mad in his head. When he took the breathing tube out of the woman.
Yeah.
When he just yanked it, I said, this guy's mad.
Unhinged.
I said, this guy don't fear no one.
Would the police not be able to write that in the report? And
coroner's report.
I'm not going to think about it too much.
But I thought about that kind of stuff as well.
Crazy,
but the movie, as long as it is, I've done with my thinking.
I will be fair to the film, and I'll say if I watched it in cinema with a bunch of strangers and we were all gasping at different points, I probably would be able to say, oh, that was a crazy film. But I watched that at home after hearing all the hype. So maybe I ruined it for myself, not on purpose.
So with that one, it gives us a total score of 7.3.
Ash, man.
7.3.
And I'll do it again.
So for this season, though, this is the top film of this season. I think we had Wonka at 7.2. This one, Saltburn, will be 7.3. So it's first place there. And on our all-time record, it is number 5. No, lied. Number 6. So it's just after we have Spider-Man, obviously, in Spider-Verse at 1, Avatar at number 2, Oppenheimer number 3, Creed 4, John Wick 5, and then Saltburn 6, followed by Equalizer, Wonka, Barbie, Mario, then the worst of the worst.
You know what?
What was the worst of the worst film again? That film that we didn't like, the horror one.
Film, innit? The horror film.
What's the name?
The horror film.
I preferred the horror film.
Boogeyman. Oh no, no, you didn't. Stop lying.
That film was complete.
Stop lying. The film that we went all to see together. Come on now. I wish we saw this one together.
Yeah,
because I feel like her rating would have been. It would have gone
different.
up.
Okay, that would have been a good.
I mean, next time if we do a film on Amazon, or we do a film that's on streaming services, maybe we should see it together.
We should watch it
together.
together.
That would be fun.
Link up at Faces.
Come on.
Massive TV. So yeah, guys, that there you have it. Rating of 7.3. Let us know what you think. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. If you disagree, let us know. If you agree, let us know. But thank you so much for watching. We'll be back soon with our reviews on The Beekeeper.
Yep.
And a review on
Mean Girls.
I don't know why I forgot that, but Mean Girls. So The Beekeeper, Mean Girls. There'll be solo reviews coming out very soon by Fahiz and Ash and I. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Bye.